impact.
You can feel when people from different backgrounds, different countries come together, but they're all rooting for one thing. Representing the United States, it's a big honor, and I take that responsibility to heart.
You are what your country has sent out as the best it has to offer.
You're sharing that experience with everybody who's helped you get there, everybody who's watching you on TV and cheering you on.
You're a part of something that's much larger than yourself.
All eyes across the world are watching you do what you love to do.
It's like nothing else.
Being a teenager is hard.
Don't even think about it.
I'm going back home to the place where I belong.
I'm on track for a college scholarship.
Is she okay?
It's my mom.
Were you drinking?
No.
I have an idea. I'd just like you to give it a chance.
This is high school.
Right now, let's dream big.
The Good Life, all month long on the stations and networks of KUAM. Check the KUAM News app or KUAM.com for all program listings.
Watch Health Check with Nurse Jen Artero every Tuesday for community health information, advisories, and news you and your family can use for leading a healthier lifestyle. Health Check during KUAM News Healthy Living. Health Check with Nurse Jen is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Watch Think Green every Wednesday on KUAM News for a look on how energy efficiency can help manage your energy costs. Think Green showcases products and services from local companies offering products that qualify for cash rebates, conserving energy, or other GPA energy services. Presented by GPA, bringing energy solutions to you.
When I was younger, going to the Olympics seemed impossible. My dad had to quit working so he could start traveling with me, making sure I had everything I needed. Dad will always be the most trustworthy person I have. We've been through a lot together. He loves watching me compete.
Perfect 100 for Chloe!
He loves being coach/dad.
Good job, Chloe, good job!
Even if I fall, he's like, it's okay, you know, it's fine.
Keep going, Chloe, keep going!
She's my daughter.
Sometimes I just need to hear that.
This lineup is brought to you by IT&E, Life in Motion. KUAM TV 8, your home for Super Bowl 52. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedito. Always open, always local.
Coming up on your primetime news, GPD and DOC are calling in the FBI to help look into the recent homicide case downtown. Crystal Paco has full details. Plus, another restaurant is shut down by public health. Carmen Talahi takes us to Tuman for that story. And will he be running for governor? Coming right up, we'll hear from Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr.
Havade and good evening, Guam. I'm Jason Salas. These are tonight's top stories. Well, already a joint investigation is underway, and now the federal government is getting involved. It's the latest development in the death investigation of Manson Isar, the detainee found dead in his jail cell downtown at the lockup late last month. Crystal Paco has tonight's top story.
They've got it under control.
I want to assure the people of Guam that we are taking both Director Lemorena on behalf of the Department of Corrections and myself as the Chief of Police, on behalf of the Guam Police Department, we're taking every step that we need to step to ensure that we maintain the integrity of the case.
But they're calling in reinforcement, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
We've already started talking to them, so they are posturing themselves, and I would tell you that in having our preliminary discussions, they are already prepared to move forward with their assessment of this matter.
Chief of Police J.I. Cruz and Department of Corrections Director Tony Lamarena addressed reporters on Tuesday afternoon. At issue, statements from the Chief Medical Examiner, Dr. Aurelio Espinola, who alluded detainee Manson Isar's death was a cover-up. Isar was found lifeless in his jail cell at the Hagatna lockup late last month. Though he was initially believed to have died from natural causes, an autopsy revealed he died from a crushed chest and a lacerated liver, injuries consistent with being stomped or kicked to death. The chief medical examiner stating the scene must have been cleaned up prior to his arrival, noting there was no blood or evidence of foul play. He also confirmed Isar had been dead for hours. Both GPD and DOC respond.
The Guam Police Department followed every protocol. We are conducting a complete investigation. We are conducting a thorough investigation. Throughout the investigation, we maintain transparency.
Situations like this should not have happened if these SOPs were followed. As soon as the incident occurred and we were aware of it, we secured the area, we made GPD come in.
Again, GPD is in charge of the criminal investigation, the DOC, meanwhile, conducting an administrative investigation. Already, officers on duty that day have been interviewed, while interviews with prisoners in the facility are ongoing. While there's no timeline for the criminal investigation, DOC will have to take action soon, should any of their own be held accountable.
Make our final adverse action, if there is to be a final adverse action, within a 6-day period.
As we push forward with our investigation, we are looking at holding those individuals who are responsible for the death of this individual accountable for their actions.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Now, as many of you saw, we did live stream today's press conference. You can watch that on demand right now on our Facebook page. Well, a homeless woman in other news is behind bars for allegedly setting fire to a vehicle that belonged to the court. 35-year-old China Papa reportedly told police that she was upset about being arrested on New Year's Day, and after setting fire to the car early Tuesday morning, a witness reported seeing the suspect run on foot to the Agana Pool area towards the nearby jungle. She was located hours later and provided police with the lighter from her pocket, which she used to start the blaze. Elsewhere, busted receiving close to $300,000 in retirement benefits to which she was not entitled, and as a result, 51-year-old Rebecca Paulukos will spend a year and a half in jail. She was sentenced in the federal court Tuesday as she had a joint bank account with her mother, who was receiving retirement benefits as a surviving spouse of a federal employee. When Paulukos' mother died, she failed to report the matter and continued to pull money out of the account. Along with serving time, she'll have to pay all the money back to the U.S. Office of Personnel Management. Moving on in our rundown, attorneys in the federal lawsuit that challenges the constitutionality of the Chamorro Land Trust Act will have more than a year to prepare their cases. District Court Judge Joaquin Manabusan set a trial date for March 2019, with the DOJ filing a complaint last September alleging that the act discriminates against non-Chamorros in the violation of the Federal Fair Housing Act. The DOJ does seek to stop the Chamorro Land Trust Commission from denying participation in the program because of race or national origin. The complaint cites a single instance of which the non-Chamorro spouse of a native Chamorro woman was evicted from their land trust property when his wife passed away. Under the act, native Chamorros can apply for 99-year residential and agricultural leases for just $1 per year. Well, less than a week since a pair of businesses were shut down, and now another one has met that fate. Public Health responded to a complaint of an unclean surface at the Omaru Honten Japanese restaurant at the Ocean Plaza over in Tuman. Inspectors found mold on the ice machines, along with raw salmon and pork stored directly on the floor, as well as multiple roaches in the facility's kitchen. In total, 77 different demerits and a roach infestation citation forced the restaurant to close its doors. Their sanitary permits now have been suspended due to Public Health's rating of D. Public Health Officer Claire Barati has advice for anyone thinking of filing a complaint.
Discourage posting on social media, but our preferred way is to actually call it in. Sometimes some of the accusations or claims need to be investigated first before we can find fault with any facilities.
Omaru Honten Japanese restaurant will remain closed until all violations are properly corrected and the business passes reinspection. You can check out the health report at KUAM.com. Well, as we indicated last night, Senator Dennis Rodriguez is confirming that he will be running for governor. The four-term Democrat joins a crowded field that includes 3 other experienced candidates, with Rodriguez declining to name a running mate, but plans to do so in the next few weeks. Nestor Lecanto talked to him today.
Rodriguez will be up against the likes of Senator Frank Ugan Jr., Lou Leon Guerrero, and former Governor Carl Gutierrez, and if he makes it past the primary, likely Republican Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio.
I see the office of governor as an office where you really have an opportunity to do so much more. And we've been very active and aggressive in our senatorial agenda now going into that office, I see the potential of doing even more.
He says one of his top priorities is health care, an issue he says he's been passionate about since serving as Health Committee Chairman. A more detailed announcement of his platform will come when he names his running mate, but Rodriguez was not ready to do so yet. This may be one of the largest fields ever in a single primary, and no matter how hotly it is contested, Rodriguez says he will maintain respect for his opponents.
I can guarantee you, the people of Guam, that there will be no negative attacks from my campaign, for our campaign. This is about being the Magalahi, the governor of Guam.
It will be 16 years since a Democrat-controlled Adelup, and Rodriguez is confident one of them will regain the top spot. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
A group that advocates and promotes the responsible use of medicinal marijuana is now responding to the latest developments out of the nation's capital. The U.S. Attorney General reversed a memo that gives marijuana a pass in states where it's also legal. So what does this mean for our island community? KUAM's Tyler Matanani files our next report.
It may still be in the planning stages on Guam, but the U.S. Department of Justice started the new year sending a strong message to marijuana businesses. Attorney General Jeff Sessions' office says now there are no safe harbors. The new guidance gives federal prosecutors more discretion in how they enforce the federal law where it is legal. And according to the Department of Justice, any use of marijuana is against federal law, even if it's used medically.
There has been gray area from the beginning because it is still federally illegal.
Andrea Pelicani is the managing partner with Guam Grassroots.
This memo outlines if you're complying, if you're following your state laws, if you're not diverting it across state lines, if you're keeping it out of the hands of children, if you're not supporting organized crime or drug cartels, we're going to put you at the bottom of the list of priorities for the Department of Justice.
The group works to promote responsible use of medical marijuana on Guam. It was in 2014 the island voted to legalize medical marijuana. But the latest development out of D.C. has the group going to Guam's delegate for answers.
We feel that this may push Congress to act with legislative solutions to the murkiness of cannabis legalization. So we wanted to find out basically what position the Congresswoman is going to be taking.
The position of Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo, as they wanted to ensure Guam has full protection on current bills in Congress that would provide safeguards to those in the medical cannabis program. Bordallo's office has since received Grassroots Guam's letter. So whatever the outcome out of the nation's capital, they hope medical marijuana businesses on Guam can begin to roll out before the end of this year.
That is probably the number one thing that I would like to see happen very soon, so that people can go to a lawyer and say, what can I do? What am I not allowed to do? How can I participate in this program legally?
Local legislation has also been introduced to address concerns over the rules and regulations. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much. Good job on that story. Please stick around, Guam. We are coming back right after this.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
A year is made of more than just 365 days. It was each new connection, every show of support, and all your special moments. Happy New Year from your friends at IT&E.
I'm Johnny Good, new face of Heineken Light. It has everything you want in a light beer.
Serves a spokesperson that has it all.
2017 is rapidly coming to an end, and the big finish is on now. At Cars Plus in Mighty, get big year-end savings on a big selection of new 2017 Ram trucks, Jeep Wranglers, Dodge Challengers, and all Fiat models. Plus, buy from Cars Plus today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Big savings and 21 cents off per gallon with a Cars Plus value card when you buy during the big finish at Cars Plus in Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Introducing McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu. With favorites for $1, like any size soft drink, or $2, like a sausage McGriddles, or $3 favorites, including Happy Meals. It's your menu. Use it to build the My Roommate Ate My Lunch meal, the Breakfast is on Me meal, or the Father and Son meal.
So you said 2 McChicken and a medium Sprite for only $3.
Exactly. It's your menu with your favorites. Build whatever meal you want. The all-new $1, $2, $3 menu from McDonald's.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Representatives from South and North Korea held talks for the first time in 2 years Tuesday. The meeting was meant to pave the way for the North to take part in the Winter Olympics, but it's also seen as a step towards mending tense relations over Pyongyang's nuclear ambitions. We spoke with Bloomberg TV Chief Asian Correspondent Stephen Engel, reporting for the Korean Demilitarized Zone.
Now, the talks have made some progress. Most notably, North Korea will send a high-level delegation to the upcoming Pyeongchang Winter Olympics, as well as athletes and even a cheer squad. Those games begin 1 month from today. South Korea has proposed as well that the two Koreas march at the opening together. Now, South Korea also has proposed family reunions during the Lunar New Year, and North Korea even expressed desire to resolve their issues through more dialogue and negotiation. So that is definitely a step in the right direction. North Korea, though, didn't react when South Korea proposed restarting talks on denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. That, of course, is the ultimate goal of the U.S. and its allies. North Korea just said it is strongly committed to having an outcome from this meeting. At the end of it all, U.S. and Japanese officials, they've sought assurances from Seoul that these talks will not undermine those UN sanctions penalizing North Korea for its weapons, its nuclear and missile programs. Stephen Engel, Bloomberg News at the DMZ in South Korea.
Up next, possibly a case of breaking the bank or just plain bankrupt. A concerned citizen is raising awareness about a potential scheme that could cost local residents thousands of dollars. USI Tech, a Dubai-based company, claims to help people invest in the popular virtual cryptocurrency Bitcoin by selling Bitcoin investment packages. Now, by purchasing said package, consumers give money to USI Tech to manage and trade Bitcoin on their behalf. The company has attracted a lot of public interest on Guam, and numerous residents have invested with them. However, concerned citizen Cyrus Lur filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office, as he suspects it may be a possible scam.
I was concerned because I'd heard from friends and family that they had given lots of money to USI Tech, usually $10,000, $20,000, sometimes in excess of $50,000, $75,000. And so that prompted me to get in touch with the AG's office because I would like for them to clarify whether or not USI Tech is a legal investment.
Now, KUAM News has confirmed that the AG's office has received the complaint but declined comment. It's worth noting that other districts have identified USI Tech as a fraudulent company. You can view those complaints on our website as well as our mobile app. Well, now let's get you followed up on a Freedom of Information request filed against Senator Fernando Esteves with the issue surrounding the type of action taken by the Guam Guard against the policymaker who blocked the road at Andersen Air Force Base up in Jigo. Carmen Terlahi has more.
Senator Esteves wants to clear the misconception. The reason he protested the firing range at Andersen? Guam source of fresh water.
A lot of times it's misconstrued as being anti-military, which is not the case at all. Yeah. The core issue, and the key issue particularly with the live firing range, was the protection of the aquifer.
In response to the senator blocking the road, former Senator Bob Klitsky used the Freedom of Information Act under the Sunshine Law to ask the National Guard for public records on how they dealt with Senator Esteves' action. But still, he has not received any answers.
I have not received papers from General Leon Guerrero, who says that there is a balancing test, balance the public interests and Esteves' privacy interests. There are a lot of inconsistencies there. I've asked for papers and public records that would explain or answer all of these things. I don't think it's appropriate for both of them to come out and make a lot of self-serving statements and then hide in the bushes after that.
And while Klitsky waits to hear back from the Guard, Senator Esteves says that being a link in the human chain that blocked Anderson Air Force Base was morally justifiable.
Klitsky and Barry Meade coming at me, but the truth of the matter is, when I go out into the public, I've had dozens of people approach me thanking me. To be honest, I'm fairly indifferent. I've accepted that whatever consequences do come, if they come, I'm ready to accept it. And that's just really what I want him to understand. And so, you know, we can continue going around this loop, but I'm over it.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Turlahi.
From education, there was but one slot left, and now Science is Fun and Awesome, or SIFA for short, is the third school to receive a charter. The Charter School Council of Guam met today, and officials say the school can open as soon as fall of this year. The middle school's curriculum will focus on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, so students may pursue technical careers in science and tech. The other applicant, Career Tech High School, was conditionally approved. That means the council is hopeful that Guam law will change to accept more charter schools in the very near future. Well, in other news, they spent years struggling to survive in the only place they could afford to call home, and tonight, some long overdue improvements are underway for those island residents living at Gilbreeze subdivision up in Jigo. KUAM's Nick Delgado went north to file our next report.
It was a day that included many firsts for these youngsters. They live with their families at the Gilbreeze subdivision in Jigo.
We're not rich, so we have to live here as long as we can because this cheapest for us to pay our land. Very hard to rent. To have a rent outside is too expensive, especially as we're just working hourly to hourly.
Joy Cabral has lived here for nearly 2 decades.
That's very hard because we've been living here before. When I get here, it's still all jungle, no water. So we're trying our best to be help. I help the people and wherever what we can do better for our lives here. Because before me, my husband used to get water very far away to near office.
Help to make it more livable for others like Donna Devanon and her growing family.
It hasn't been easy.
Yes, it hasn't been easy, especially when it's rainy. It's hard for the kids to go to the bus stop down there and they have to walk so far. We have to be there every day to pick them up.
And for the first time today, the bus was able to pull up right in front of their neighborhood and in front of their newly installed bus stop. This is just part of the upgrades. DPW and the administration today spoke about efforts to get Lucas Sablan Boulevard paved. The cost just over $214,000. DPW Director Glenn Leon Guerrero on the long overdue changes.
The residents of Gilbreeze get to have a bus stop, and we'll have a paved road soon after we get the contract signed with Hawaiian Rock.
It's progress for Joy and others living here.
I'm very blessed and thank Lord and thank for our mayor that the one understand us. We're very happy.
And after that contract is signed, officials tell me it'll be only a matter of weeks before those living here have smoother access to get home. Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahusi, Nick Delgado.
All right, Nick, thank you much. Well, when we come back after our break, KUAM Sports sits down with Brogan Walker-Sanchez, who left today for her debut fight in Invicta FC. But before we get to that, here is your island weather.
Christmas, let there be joy, and let the light shine on the ones who need it most. Let there be Christmas, so merry and bright. Let all the children
Enjoy 2 medium, 2-topping Pizza Hut pizzas for just $8.99 each. The perfect pair at the perfect price, so everyone's perfectly happy. Call for delivery or carry-out. Get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Your love is like a fireplace. Your warm, sweet embrace. I want to see your face again. Your love is like a fireplace. Your warm, sweet embrace. I want to see your face again. 'Cause I'm caught up in the current of your love. As you walk in, the ice around my heart begins to melt in. The floodgates start to open as you rush in. I'm caught up in the current of your love. Our eyes beating, I can feel your energy, it's peaking.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Alpha Day, Marianas, Guausi, Chris Montes, Tuesday. We got news on Brogan Killa B making her Invicta debut right here. It's KUAM Sports. Brogan Walker Sanchez leaving Island this morning to Kansas City, Missouri to represent Guam in Invicta FC 27. Walker, undefeated in mixed martial arts at 4-0, will be facing a fellow unbeaten fighter, Sherry Maraski, also 4-0 from Colorado. Maraski's wins have come via decision, 3 submission victories. The event takes place January 14th. The fight will be in the women's flyweight division and can be viewed live on UFC Fight Pass.
It's going to be a great match. So we're both 4-0. We're both brown belts, I believe. And yeah, going in against another undefeated person is going to be a really big challenge, but that's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I'm prepared for. So it's going to be a really great match. Invicta did a good job of finding me someone who's going to challenge me and help me to take it to the next level. So I'm super stoked.
Brogan, the #1 ranked flyweight in the Southeast Asian region. She's also ranked top 15 in the world, according to FightMatrix.com. She's a purebred brown belt and a purebred Muay Thai instructor.
When you're getting ready for a match, they're looking at your fight. They're looking at how you did before, prior. And I'm a totally different martial artist just from my last match even. So I'm excited to show everybody, and I'm looking for the finish this time.
Invicta FC, of course, the world's largest all-women's mixed martial arts event and organization. All Invicta FC events are aired exclusively on UFC Fight Pass and Combine Fighting Sports channel in Brazil.
What it means to me is a lot more than just the opportunity. The opportunity, like I said, is great, but it means so much to me because I've had the support of my family, my team, and my sponsors. And so when you have people invest that much